What is up, everybody? Welcome to another video with Gaming with Kyle. Today we're back on the main account here. We're going to go over all of my CWL attacks. We currently have 6 of my accounts in CWL. We're heading into day 3 here. We've currently already did all of our attacks. We won day 1, we lost day 2. Today is looking a little bit iffy. It was a huge mismatch. They have like multiple Town Hall 17s, a 16. We only have 3 15s, a 16, and then a bunch of like 114 and then 13s and 12s, so pretty big mismatch, but we are currently holding the second spot. We're just kind of praying here that they don't use all their attacks, and that's the only way we're going to win day 3. If not, we're going to end up taking the L for day 2 and 3. And I think though day 2 and 3 were our toughest opponents during this CWL, so we'll see if we can bounce back for day 4, 5, 6, and 7. So that's kind of where we're at here, but we're going to go over all of my attacks here, starting from the bottom, working our way up. We start off with solo leveling, because we have solo leveling in here: Kyle Hates Clash, Rush to Max, Honey Show, Valkyrie, and Gaming with Kyle. So we got 6 of our accounts in here. We end up 3-starring everything except our top 2 attacks. Gaming with Kyle was attacking 2 up, like a max 17. I'm only a 15, and Valkyrie was attacking a 16, and Valkyrie is only a 13. So we got 4 3-stars on the bottom, and then we got the 2 2-stars on the top. But the first attack here, we're just going to kind of speed through this one, really nothing to it. It was a 12. This is our only attack down in the entire war. Every other attack we're attacking up. So I had the easy first 3-star here. Don't even need spells or half the troops or CC, anything like that. So we just kind of speed through this. The last 10 seconds here, kind of get through the space. Yeah, pretty easy. Really not much to say when you're attacking like 3 Town Halls down. If you don't 3-star that, you should quit. You should quit CWL for sure. Okay, and then on to the next one. This is when it gets a little bit more interesting. We're on the Kyle Hates Clash, and Kyle Hates Clash is attacking up. So I'm attacking a Town Hall 13. A little bit of a Rush 13, but yeah, so 13 has scatter shots and the Town Hall's a bit stronger, but we end up getting the good value from the Giant Arrow, take out 2 of the air defenses, we zap out the other 2 air defenses, or we lightning the other 2 air defenses, and then we get our funnel with our Electro Dragons, and then we just kind of send everybody through the middle, and then we battle blimp to gut out the middle to take the Town Hall out, and then we freeze the 2 single Infernos, and after that, it's basically dunzos. So hit that Warden ability, guide the battle blimp all the way through, and pop a rage onto the Town Hall to take out the Town Hall, and then we're also going to poison those CC, poison those dragons as they come to us, so we just kind of easily push through the map here. So obviously this being rush based made it a lot easier for us, so yeah, we just kind of crushed this one. We have a good chunk of our army up at the end here, so pretty easy 3-star here. We ended up just freezing that last multi-inferno just to minimize the damage, but it was already kind of a wrap. Took out all the major defenses on this one. Eagles down, the multi-inferno's down, and that's it. Now we're just on cleanup. Cleanup duty here. Okay, just trucking through here. And then done. Then we head on to our next account, which is going to be Rush to Max. Our new Town Hall 13. We just hit 13 yesterday, so it is nice that we have an extra RC charge we can do. And these next 4, we're just doing RC charges into Mass Dragons. So I end up doing my RC charge on the bottom here. I get pretty good value. Goal is to kind of like take out some of those Expos, maybe an air defense, and also the Eagle, and then lure out the CC and maybe take out some of the CC or all of the CC. So just kind of trucking through here, taking out that Eagle. Hit that shield early, just to do some extra damage in here. Taking out one of the scatters, we end up getting one of the air defenses as well. And then we work on that CC there, taking out the dragon. Perfect. Set that queen through. The giant arrow didn't go exactly where I wanted it to. I wanted to get both of the air defenses, but at least we ended up getting one of them. We ended up getting enough value of the RC charge where this one wasn't too difficult. I just had to freeze that single Inferno, which was locking onto my queen. And we get a little bit of a funnel here. Queen on the one side, Electro Dragon on the other side. And then we send everybody through the middle here. And then we, boom, we're gonna Battle Blimp. The Battle Blimp, I don't think makes it completely to the Town Hall here. But then we drop that Rage. And then boom, drop the Rage. Yeah, he's gonna take out that. We're gonna end up just trucking through here. The only last threat is just that one single Inferno there on the top, but we kind of work all the way around. And our Rage helps. We get through all these traps, get to the middle here. So those last two dragons are going to take out that scatter shot, and then boom, they're going to quickly go and take out that single Inferno, and then that's it. The base is cleaned up here. Just clean up crew. We can just speed through here. Another 3-star on the board. Perfect. And then we are on to Honey Show, our rushed 13. Honey Show ended up taking a 14. The 14 was a little bit rushed as well, so honestly not too bad here. We get pretty good value on the RC charge as well, and then the rest of it's kind of history. The middle is kind of all connected with the single Infernos in the Town Hall, also the Battle Huts there, so we end up getting really good value on our Battle Blimp there. So we end up working through here, we pulled the CC, we end up getting the Eagle down, and we end up taking out, I think we end up taking out the CC entirely, I'm pretty sure, on this attack, so it's not too bad. And then I can end up using that poison on the heroes up top, because all the 4 heroes are on the top there. So yeah, we're just going to go through here. We ended up taking out the CC completely with our RC, which is always nice. Just get rid of them early. Get rid of the CC early, which is nice. Then we end up getting that one Battle Hut down, and then that was it. You know, pretty decent value with the RC charge. Get this Queen going. Queen ends up going through, taking out one of the air sweepers and one of the air defenses. So not exactly the perfect value I wanted. I wanted to get the air sweeper on the bottom, but not too bad. I ended up changing my approach. I ended up attacking from the top left here. So we get the one Electro Dragon on the bottom left, the Baby Dragon on the top, and then just send everybody through the middle. Queen just kind of works up there through the middle there, taking out buildings on the side. That Warn ability. Freeze the Town Hall, and then put a Rage on that Town Hall. We ended up dropping a poison on all the heroes up there to help get through those. He takes out the Town Hall. And then we just freeze that last single Inferno on the back and the top there, and then this base is pretty much crushed. The Queen will end up wrapping around and taking out that air defense, so pretty easy 3-star here. Just speed up here. Queen runs through, boom, takes out the air defense, and then we're done. And on to the next attack. So we have Valkyrie coming up with the huge mismatch here, attacking a Town Hall 16 as a 13. It is like a new 16, but still not ideal. I ended up doing the RC charge on the top here, so my goal was to kind of create a little bit of a funnel. I could have came on the bottom, but I wanted to use my Warden ability with the Minion Prince and all the dragons to kind of push through the bottom there, because you got like air defense, you got the Monolith, the single Inferno, so I kind of created a funnel on the top here with the RC charge. If this was a Town Hall 14, there's a good chance I could have possibly 3-starred this. Also, maybe if I have Rocket Spear on the RC as well, or if my shield was a little bit stronger. But we end up going through here, getting decent value with the RC charge, and then we end up putting that Queen Arrow right through the middle, taking out an air defense and one of the sweepers, I believe. And then everybody create a little bit of a funnel here, send the Warden with all the dragons on the bottom. And we're going to hit that Warden ability fairly early here, so we can push through, take out the Monolith, take out the single Inferno, and get that Battle Blimp to the Town Hall. And then we're going to freeze that Town Hall, drop a Rage to rip through that Town Hall. Town Hall's out, and then our last freeze we'll put on that single Inferno. And we end up taking out the Eagle Artillery. Perfect. And then we just kind of run out of gas here, unfortunately, at the end here. But it does happen. If this was a Town Hall 14, I think we would have got pretty close, because we end up getting to like 80-some%, I believe. So we end up getting pretty close. So yeah, just kind of running through here at the end here, just cleaning up as much as we can just to rack up that percentage just a little bit more, but we just didn't have enough in the tank. Almost there. I think if it was a Town Hall 14, we probably would have had it. And then that is all we're going to get. 80% 2-star. Honestly, not bad. I'll take those when you're attacking like 3 Town Halls up. And then the final attack, my main account, a 15 attacking a what looks like to be pretty max 17. Yeah, it looks like completely max 17. And my initial plan here was to try to take out one of the corners and create a bit of a funnel. But they had an open spot in the middle here, and I was expecting to get a little bit more value out of this RC charge here. I was hoping to take out the Town Hall along with the monolith, but we only end up getting the monolith, one of the single infernos, I believe. No, we didn't even get that single inferno, unfortunately. So not the best value out of the RC charge here. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more, but the RC charge ended up just getting the monolith, and not a lot. Yeah, not as much. I was hoping for a lot more out of that. And then we end up putting the dragon top right there, giant arrow. We end up throwing the furnace on the bottom right there with the queen, and then we end up throwing the baby dragon with the dragon on the top left with a little bit of funnel here. We end up throwing all of our dragons, minion prince warden through the middle, and we kind of just structure here. You CC we end up putting poison on the CC, so the queen can kind of push through that. She'll kind of work down the bottom there, hit our warden ability, get that battle grunt towards the Town Hall. It falls short, unfortunately. Then we rage it, but it ends up having to like work around, but our dragons end up pushing through there to take out the Town Hall, so we secure the 2-star. And then now we just kind of end up working along this bottom side here. But I just didn't end up getting a good enough funnel with the RC charge, so I probably should have started in one of the corners and worked my way up towards the Town Hall. But yeah, we just kind of run out of gas here. But a 15 attacking like a max 17, I guess this is kind of what you can expect. And for this kind of base, I think it was all super far apart, so it just wasn't beneficial for the dragons. And then we just kind of fall short here. Getting on the 76%, I think, is where we fall. Not our 77%. So not a terrible attack. Could have maybe done a little differently to get a little bit more percentage, but there you have it. Ended up ruining our perfect streak for our main account. We hit our 3 stars in the first 2 attacks, and we 2-starred this one.